Hey guys, good evening and welcome to this session. And Today we'll be discussing problems on ages session number two. So this session will be the second session in continuation to what you were studying, and we're going to talk about problems on ages a little further. We're going to take up some more problems today, and these will be easy to moderate difficulty level problems. And these kind of problems are majorly asked in SBI and IBPS PO pre-examinations and clerical pre and mains examinations, right? So this is the agenda, and this is what we wish to do right now. So this will be it. So let's see. Let's quickly wait for the students to join in. Meanwhile, others join in so that we can get the session started. Okay. Let's see. Let me give a notification to the group so that all those who haven't got the notification cons started. Okay, so here we go. So guys, a lot of word is going around that IBPS examinations around the corner, examinations will be held as per the schedule and all those things. But as far as I understand is that till the time SBI clerical mains examinations happen, it will be only after that you get a clarity whether the examinations will be conducted further or not. Because as you can see, the situation is getting worse day by day. It is not improving. And to opening up the economy is concerned, so economy and the other places have been opened because of the helplessness of the government. They have to revive the economy, right? So you will have to first keep an eye on the IBPS website, and you'll also have to keep an eye on whether SBI clerical mains examinations will be held or not. So the moment they will be held, only after those examinations you can say something, okay, fine, now we are back on track. Because for examinations to happen, examinations to occur, the railway network has to be functional. The public transport has to be functional. Else, how do you think students are going to come and give the examinations, right? That's my thought process. Let us get started with the very first question today. Now, this is the first question. Now, what I have done is I have taken up options in each of the questions. So today we will be developing a thought process as to how many questions we can solve with the help of options. So the thought process in today's session is to make you understand that almost 60% of the questions on ages can be solved with the help of options itself, provided you know how to use the options, how to get your answers through options, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to exploit the options today, and we are trying to solve as many as problems with the help of options. Okay, let's get started. The first question is, a father said to his son, at the time of your birth I was as old as you are at present. If the father's age is 38 years now, the son's age 5 years back was how much? Now we have to understand that there is a father and there is a son, and he's talking about the present and he's talking about past. He's saying at the time of your birth, so when you were 0 years old, at that point of time, I was the same age as you are right now. I was the same age as you are right now. So at the time of his birth, his age was 0 years, and at that particular point of time, his father was X years old, which now means that at present, the son's age is X years, and the father's age as of right now is 38 years. So this is it. So you can use this very logic that the difference between the age is gonna be the same. So can we say 38 minus x should be equal to x minus 0? Yes. From here you can get x as 19. So the present age of the son is 19 years old. So son's age 5 years ago would be 19 minus 5. That will give us 14 as the answer. The correct answer to this is 14 years. So this is one way of doing this question. What could be the other way of doing the same question? So the moment the father says at the time of your birth, I was as old as you are at present. If the father is age is 38 years now, the son's age 5 years back was how much? So if the son's age 5 year back was 14 years, the present age of son has to be 19, and he must have been born 19 years ago. So the 19 years ago, father's age should be 19 years. So 19 plus 19 would give you 38, which is the father's present age. And simply by doing this, you can solve the answer. You can check out the other options also. If you try to use the other options, you won't get the answer. So if the son's age 5 years ago was 19, this 24 years is the present age, which means this fellow was born 24 years ago. His age was 0 and his father's age was 24. So 24 plus 24 is not equal to 38, and likewise you can use the other options also. So this ways you can check out and you can use the options to clearly eliminate the unnecessary options, and you can do it very quickly. Let's move on to the next question. The next question says Aisha's father was 38 years of age when she was born, while her mother was 36 years old when her brother, 4 years younger to her, was born. Now, this is a very interesting question. What is the difference between the age of her parents? So, the concept is saying is that Aisha's father, so we have got Aisha's father, we have Aisha, we have Aisha's mom, and we have Aisha's brother. This is what we have. So Aisha's father was 8 years of age when she was born. So when Aisha was 0 years old, her father was 38 years old. Now, when her mother was 36 years old, when her brother, who is 4 years younger to Aisha, we're talking about. So it is obvious when her brother must have been 0 years old, Aisha should have been 4 years old. Why? Her brother is 4 years younger to Aisha. So in the past, when she was born, her father was 38 years old. Her age was 0 because at the time of her birth, right? Now, in the future, when her brother was born, her age must have been 4 years, and at the same time, her mother was 36 years old when her brother was born. So, as you can see, the age gap is how many? 4 years. So, you can simply add 4 to father's age also, and you can get father's age when her brother was born. So, the difference between her father's age and her mother's age was how many? 6 years. How many? 6 years. So the answer to this is 6 years, and this is how you can do this, right? So what is the age of a parent? 6 years, right? Let's move on to the next question. Let's see if we can do this question with the help of the options. Now, please pay attention. Age of Shashi's mother is 12 years more than twice the age of Shashi. Now, in all those questions wherein you have all the five options and there is no option like none of these or cannot be determined, you can play on a front foot. By playing on the front foot, I mean exploit the questions, exploit the options there itself, and just by exploiting the options, you can crack the question. Now, the age of Shashi's mother is 12 years more than twice the age of Shashi. After 8 years, mother's age will be 20 less than thrice the age of Shashi. Find the present age of Shashi and his mother respectively. So Shashi and his mother, and Shashi's mother is 12 years more than twice the age of Shashi. That's all what we want. So if Shashi is X years, her mother should be 2x plus 12. Got it? Her mother should be, or her or his his mother should be 2x plus 12. So x is 16. So 2x is how much? 32. So is 32 plus 12 is equal to 52? No, you can eliminate this. Shashi and his mother. So this is obviously, out of question. Why? Shashi and his mother respectively. So Shashi should be 18 and mother should be 50. Now we are not using this. It is written in the wrong sequence. So if Shashi is 18, twice his age would be 36. 36 and 12, is it equal to 15? No, we can eliminate this option as well. So taking Shashi to be 16, twice the age of Shashi would be 32 plus 12 should be equal to 44. This is also not the answer. Now let us have this one. 12 years more than twice the age of Shashi, right? So this is again not suitable. And let's talk about this one. 20 into 2 plus 12. None of the option is suitable. So what do you do now? So what is to be done? Age of Shashi's mother is 12 years more than twice the age of Shashi. After 8 years, mother's age will be 20 less than thrice the age of Shashi. Find the present age of Shashi and his mother respectively. So 16 twos are 32 plus 12 is not the answer. So what do we do? None of these is the answer. Let us try and find the answer. Yes, none of these is the answer over here. So Shashi and his mother, if he is x years old, mother would be 2x plus 12. After 8 years, so after 8 years, Shashi would be x plus 8. Mother's age will be 20 less than thrice the age of Shashi. So mother's age after 8 years will be 2x plus 20. So what the question is saying that 2x plus 20 would be equal to 20 less than thrice the age of Shashi after how many years? After 8 years. So if Shashi's mother is 2x plus 12 right now, 8 years from now, she'll be 2x plus 20. Now let us try and solve this. 2x plus 20 is equal to 3x plus 24 minus 20. So as you can see, x should be equal to how much? X should be equal to 16. Is that the case? Yes, x should be equal to plus 4 minus x should be equal to 16. Shashi's age is 12, 16 and his mother's age should be 32 plus 12. So 16 is Shashi's age and his mother's age has to be 32 plus 12, that is 44 years. So none of these is the answer. The options are wrong. The correct answers are 16 and 44. Right? Let's move on to the next question. So sometimes you get stuck with the options, but then you have to work out with the options, right? The sum of the ages of five children born at the interval of 3 years each is 50 years. What is the age of the youngest child? So the youngest child, we say X. Now all of them are at a difference of 3 years each. So the next child should be X plus 3 years old. The next one should be X plus 6 years old. And the next one should be X plus 9 years old. And the eldest one has to be X plus 12 years old. And the question now says that the sum is equal to 50. So you can either solve for x or you can apply a thought that all these numbers are in arithmetic progression. And there are how many terms? There are five terms because you're talking about five children. So the middle term has to be the average. So the middle term has to be the average. What is the average of 55 terms? Five children, the average is how many? 10 years. So if x plus 6 is equal to 10 years, x has to be 4 years old. So the youngest child will be 4 years old, right? So 4, 7, 10, 13, and 16. These would be the ages of these five children. So the thought process that you can apply is either or use the options and you can say, okay, fine. If I want to use the options, what do I do? I can simply have 4, 7, 10, 13 and 16. I can check out till sum up to 50. But if I take any option more than 4, my sum will be definitely be more than 50, and this way you will not land up with the answer. So if any option, if I work out more than 4 years, will give me a sum of the five children's age more than 50 years, so automatically these will get eliminated and you can get away with these. Let's quickly have a look at the next question. The age of a man is three times the age of his two sons. 5 years hence, how many years hence? 5 years hence, his age will be double of the sum of the ages of his sons. The father's present age is how much? So this is gonna be a short session today because I've taken some 7 to 8 decent questions. So we're gonna try and wrap up this session as soon as possible and with a lot of common sensical approach is what we're trying to do it today, right? Hi Rishabh, how are you? Hi Piyush, good evening. So, can you get me the answer for this question? The question says the age of a man is three times the sum of the ages of his sons. So, let the two sons be S1 and S2, and this should be the father. So, the age of the first son is X years, and age of the second son be Y years, right? 5 years hence, his age will be double of the sum of the ages of his son. As of right now, it is three times this sum of the ages. So sum of the ages of the sons is going to be x plus y and three times. So this is what we're talking about now. And how much? 5 years hence, if you are going to add 5 years to this, what is going to be the ages of the sons? It is going to be x plus 5 and y plus 5, and the sum and the father's age would be how much? Father's age would be how much? This would be 3x plus 3y plus 5. Or if you talk about this relationship, 5 years hence, his age will be double the sum of the ages of the son, or this will also be equal to 2 times x plus 5 plus y plus 5. So we can use this. So 3x plus 3y plus 5 will be equal to 2x plus 2y plus 20. Now you will be bothered. Yes, Shashank, your thought process has gone in the right direction, that neither the ages of any of the two sons is given nor the relationship between the two. Then there are two variables and the option will be cannot be determined. But in this particular case, we're supposed to find the father's present age, which is 3 times x plus y. So if we can get x plus y in totality, we can still get on to the answer, right? So this was a trick question for you guys. I have deliberately put this question. Answer is not C and D. Now let's have a look at the solution. Over here, when we solve it, we'll get x plus y as 15. And this is all what we needed. So x plus y being 15, 3 times 15 would be 45. So father's present age would be 45 years and not C and D. This was a trap, and this is the exact kind of questions that you will be facing in SBI clerical mains examinations. These are trick questions, right? So they assume they look easy, they are not easy that ways, because once you apply some thought, it actually takes you somewhere else. So the very purpose of having this question was to make you understand that don't fall into this trap. You can still get the answer if you understand this logic. Give me a quick yes in case you guys have understood this very logic, so that we can get started and we can move on to the next question. Okay, so here is the next question. So today is Vishal's birthday. So we're talking about now, that is present. Today is Vishal's birthday. 1 year from today. So 1 year from today, we're moving forward towards future. He will be twice as old as he was 12 years ago. So if you're talking about past, how many years ago? 12 years ago. So he was X. So as of right now, he'll be X plus 12, and after 1 year he'll be x plus 13. This is the sequence. This is how his age is gonna change, right? So 1 year from today he will be twice as old as he was 12 years ago. How old is Vishal today? So x plus 13 is gonna be equal to 2x. Why? 1 year from now he will be twice as old as he was 12 years ago. So as simple as that, and x you can find as 13. So if x is 13, how old is Vishal today? So 13 plus 12 is 25 years. The correct answer to this is 25 years. Give me a quick yes in case you have understood this. If you haven't understood this, we can still work this out with the help of options. Let's check it out with the help of options. How will we solve this question with options? Now, please pay attention. Who is saying is today is Vishal's birthday. And how old is he today? Right? So, it's supposed to find his present age, right? 1 year from today. So, whatever his age is right now, please try and understand. 1 year from them, it will be plus one to present age. This is what is going to happen, right? So he will be twice. So if this age is gonna be 2 times something, which means that this value has to be an even number, and his present age will have to be an odd number. So the present age has to be an odd number. You can quickly strike away three options just by applying this commonsensical approach. That if 1 year from now his age has to be twice of something, which means that at present his age has to be an odd number, because an odd number value, we add 1 to it, it will become an even number, and only then it will be twice. So let us say work out with 27. So if he's 27 years right now, after 1 year this chap will be 28. And how many years ago we supposed to go? We supposed to go 12 years back. So 12 years back, he must have been 15 years. If we are using this option to explore whether this answer is right or not. So is 15 twos are 28? No. But if he's 25 years now, 1 year from now he'll be 26, and exactly 12 years ago he must have been 13 years old. So is 26 twice of 13? Yes, because he's saying twice as old he has to be 1 year from now. So obviously 25 is the answer. So you can use it both ways. You can use an equation also, but the best thing is that you could try and use some commonsensical approach also to solve such questions, right? Let's move on to the next question. I hope this is the last question of the day. No, second last. No, third last, second last, third last, second last. Second last. We're done. So we're gonna move after this one also, right? One more question to go. A is older by 4 years to B at one stage. Now, this is something which is fooling you at one stage. At any stage, till the time both of them are alive, A is gonna be 4 years older to B every time. The difference in age remains constant. So, if A is older by 4 years than B, he is gonna be 4 years older to B at every point of time of his life, right? So, let's talk about A and let's talk about B. So A is older by 4 years to B at one stage. At one stage means we are not sure whether he is talking about the present or past or future. So by saying one stage, the indication is that the 4 year difference is there, but we are not willing to tell you at what point of time this is all about, right? So the question now says, after 16 years of this stage, A will be thrice his present age and B will be 5 times his present age. Now, this is a very easy question if you approach it from a different perspective. If B is X years old, A has to be X plus 4 years old. And the question is saying after 16 years of his age, he will be thrice his present age. So if his age is 1, it will become 3. The ratio in which his age will change would be 1:3. Please try and understand. 1:3. So the difference is two parts, and two parts are equal to 16 years. So one part will be equal to 8 years. Three parts would be equal to 24 years. As simple as that. So if this is 8 years old, this fellow has to be 4 years old. And you can verify the same fact with the second half of the question, which says B will be 5 times his present age. So boss, after 16 years, if he is 1 now, right now, he'll become 5. Start talking about the ratio. So over here, 4 parts are equal to 16. So 4 parts equal to 50. 16 means one part is equal to how much? 4 years. And after 16 years, this fellow will be 20 years old. So how old would A and B be 2 years before the initial indicated age? So before this ages, 2 years ago would be 6 and 2 years ago would be 2. So 6 and 2 years old, that's all. Right, so this is how you can solve it by writing the question. But if you really want to do it very, very fast, only with the help of the options, this is your catch. You have to skim the question. Always put a point, always keep into mind that you have to skim the question. What do I mean by skimming the question? You have to find where you can start solving the question from. The hint, the something very prominent in the question says A will be thrice his present age. after 16 years. This is all what we wanted, nothing else. So bhaiya, after 16 years, 8 plus 16 is how much? 24. 10 plus 16 is how much? 26. 6 plus 16 is how much? 22. 12 plus 16 is how much? 28. So is 26 3 times of 10? No. Is 22 3 times of 6? No. Is 28 3 times of 12? No. Is 24 3 times of 8? Yes. Story ends over here. So this is how you can basically think that A's present age is 8 and B's age has to be 4. So you now get their present ages. But this is not the answer. Why? Because you're supposed to comment on their ages 2 years before, 2 years ago. So you have to do minus 2 to both. So 6 and 4. So you can also use the options to get onto answers like these, right? I hope you guys have understood the logic of how you can use the options, right? Let's move on to the last question of the day. A father's age is now 3 times that of his elder daughter. So there's a father, there's an elder daughter. 5 years back, his age was 8 times that of his younger daughter. So we have a younger daughter also. If the difference of the ages of two daughters is 5 years, what is the age of the father right now? So we're supposed to comment on their ages right now. Again, what you can do is let us first do it with the help of mathematical thought process, and then we will come up from the approach of using the options, right? A father's age is 3 times that of his elder daughter. So if his elder daughter is X years old, his father is 3 times now. So this is 3x. 5 years back. So 5 years back, father was 3x minus 5. His elder daughter must have been x minus 5. His age was 8 times that of his younger daughter, but the younger daughter is how much? 5 years younger to the eldest daughter. So the younger daughter at that point of time must have been x minus 10 years old. Why? The difference of the ages of the daughters is 5 years, right? So at that particular point of time, whatever father's age was there was 8 times his younger daughter's age, right? So 3x minus 5 should be equal to 8x minus 80, and you can get 5x is equal to 75, so x becomes equal to 15. So if x is 15, her father's age has to be 45 years old. 60 or 45 will be the option because they divide by 3. Okay. I hope you have understood. Now, this logic that you applied, Shashank, we can apply the same logic in the options, but I'm going to apply this logic in a different way. So there's a father, there is an elder daughter, and there is a younger daughter. So whatever father's age is now, if I subtract how many years? 5 years back. So whatever his age was now, minus 5 years, it should be 8 times something, 8 times of his younger daughter's age. So 55 minus 5 would be 50. Is it a multiple of 8? No. 50 minus 5 would be 45. Is it a multiple of 8? No. 60 minus 5 would be 55. Is it a multiple of 8? No. 45 minus 5 will be 40, and yes, it is a multiple of 8. And once you got this, validate the you can always validate the option. So if 40 was his age, then his younger daughter must have been 5 years old, 1/8. And if 5 years old was his younger daughter, the elder daughter must have been 10 years old. Why? Because she's 5 years elder. 5 years from this elder daughter must have been 50. This fellow would be 45. 40, 40 plus 5, 10 plus 5. And is he now 3 times? Yes. So you can always validate this also. So this is how you can use the approach. This is how you can quickly solve the questions on ages. Next chapter would be percentage, but a percentage is a very special and a very important chapter. So I would request you guys to be please on time tomorrow, And tomorrow we're going to talk about the very basics of percentage. We're going to start with a very basic level. We're going to talk about every basic aspect of percentage that you should be knowing. And after that, we can get along and solve all the questions on percentage. You can join my Telegram channel. Also, the link is given below so that if any doubts whatsoever you might be having, I'll be glad to solve them online, offline, both ways. So I'm gonna see you then tomorrow, and don't forget to share, subscribe, like, and comment, whatever. And if you want me to take up some other questions, you can always send them to me on the Telegram channel. Till then, bye bye. Good day. Have a good day.